Hello everyone, welcome to SCED 4732 Secondary Ed Practicum 2. I think most of you know me already, but if you don't, I'm Dr. Rimler and I'll be your university supervisor during this spring semester practicum. This is the Folio e-classroom for the practicum, and in this video I will give you a tour of the different components of it. The first thing that I want you to do is adjust some of your settings, so please go to the menu at the top right of the folio page where you see your name and click on the drop down menu there. You will see three options: Profile, Notifications, and Account Settings. Under My Profile, you may add a picture of yourself if you wish. You may also update information on your profile, so please do that here at the beginning of the term if you wish to do that. I really would like for you to take a look at the Notifications menu. In this page, you'll see that the email address listed for your contact method is your Georgia Southern address. That's the address I'll use when I communicate you directly via email. You'll also see a link where you can register your mobile phone number. If you do that, then you can receive notifications via text message from Folio. If you scroll down under the Summary of Activity section, you can decide how often to receive notifications of activity in this course. You could select Never, Daily, or Weekly. And if you choose daily or weekly, then you can specify the time of day you'd like to receive those summaries, if you'd like to receive them. I recommend that you scroll down to the instant notifications. You could select all of these if you like. I recommend that you select a notification for any time a new content item is created, or if I have a new grade item released, or if a new Dropbox assignment feedback is released. That way, via email or text message, you will know when I have given you some new information in the learning management system. Be sure to save these items before you go back to your course homepage. From the Practicum 2 homepage in Folio, the main thing that you will see is the news item. This is my main way of communicating with the group electronically. You should check this news item daily. If I need to make important announcements, I will use this tool. And when I need to instruct you about activities for the week, I will post a news item here. Each news item will include links to the relevant Folio tools that you'll need, mainly Dropbox folders, but also documents such as assignment guidelines and rubrics. You will see that for this first week I have many links for you to navigate to because you have much new information to examine. Scroll up to the top of the page and click on Content to see more information in the course. This link will take you to the content browser, and it's where I've stored information in three places: important documents, assignment guidelines, and frequently asked questions. Under the Important Documents folder, you'll find the syllabus. You'll find a course map, which outlines our activities for the week, as well as important dates for the semester. The Secondary Education Practicum Field Experience Handbook, which is the textbook for the course. The weekly evaluation form and projected schedule form, which you'll have your clinical supervisor fill out each week, and the teacher candidate observation instrument rubric, which is what I will use and your clinical supervisor will use to evaluate you when they observe your instruction. Under assignment guidelines, you'll find the guidelines for all the assignments you need to do. You'll find for the weekly reflections, evaluations, and projected schedules, you'll find information about how specifically to do all three of those weekly documents. You also have guidelines for the different teaching observations that will happen, mine, your clinical supervisors, and as well as the ones that you will do via video recording in Swivel. You also have guidelines for your lesson plans because you'll write one lesson plan for this internship, and all of the information on how to do it is here, as well as a link to the rubric. I've also provided the lesson plan template and the lesson plan rubric. You're going to have to do some activities for professional growth this semester, and I provided the guidelines of that here. Please take a look at that carefully. And I've also written some Swivel instructions. I know most of you are familiar with the Swivel technology and the Swivel cloud from fall semester, but I've given you some tips for not only operating the app and the cloud, but also on how to set up the camera and how to plan for a good teaching demonstration. So that's what's under the assignment guidelines. The third folder is the frequently asked questions, and there's only one page in this folder, which is the FAQs themselves. I will update this page as I get repeated questions from this group of interns. For now, I've included questions that I heard repeatedly during fall semester. So please take a look at this page, not only here at the beginning of the term, but also here and there along the way if you have some questions about how work should be done or some hypothetical situations that might be happening in your school. To return to the course homepage, just click on the name of the course at the top of the page. One thing that I want you also to be well familiar with is the Folio Dropbox. So if you go to the Assessments link, click on this drop-down menu and click on Dropbox. This is where you're going to turn in all of your assignments. You see all of your assignments organized in folders in this Dropbox. And I'd like for you, for instance, to click on week 2 of the Reflections, Evaluation, and Projected Schedule. Each time you click on a Dropbox folder, you will see a description of what you are supposed to do. For your weekly reflections, for instance, I've indicated the 3 things you need to turn in, as well as the week's reflection topics. I've also put the deadline in the description. Deadlines are easy for this course. Everything is due on a Friday afternoon at 5:00 p.m. So review the Dropbox folder information and then scroll down, and you would add a file, and you can add multiple files into your folder, and then click on the Submit button before navigating away. If you go back to the Dropbox, again, you'll see that there are many folders, and almost all of them require that you upload documents, but there are 2 that I want you to pay attention to right away, and they are your university supervisor observations. Because these are live demonstrations of your teaching, the folder looks a little bit different. When you click on the University Supervisor Observations, you will see an icon that says Mark as Complete. That's the only thing that you have to do for those folders, and it will send me an assignment on my end of the Dropbox so that I have something to grade. I want you to see what the Dropbox looks like on my end. So here I am in the instructor's version of Folio, and when I click on University Supervisor Observation 1, this is what it looks like in my folder. None of your names are listed here, and that's because no one yet has marked their assignment as complete. Once you do that, or once you submit an assignment in any other folder, your name will appear on a list here. If you don't turn anything in the Dropbox, your name does not appear, and then I don't have a way to send a rubric back to you. And so that's why it's very important that you mark each observation as complete for University Supervisor 1 and 2 so that I'll have something to send back to you. Every other folder in the Dropbox requires that you upload a document. So when you do that, I'll have something to grade and to send back to you. Now I'm going to go back to the class homepage. That was our just very quick review of the Folio eClassroom for Practicum 2. Please take some time to update your profile, customize your notifications, and review the information that I've stored here. You're welcome to reach out to me if you have any questions, and I look forward to working with you this semester.